To me, Irish people are the funniest in the world. They just are.
Oh, this looks amazing.
I just love any food that comes with its own home.
Everyone's a comedian.
Anything else?
Some greens.
What do you think I am? A juggler?
Stunning. Inspirational. Would you look at the brushstrokes on it?
I think the reason I see comedy in everything is because I was surrounded by it growing up.
That's good.
You wouldn't know we're 105.
You're 105.
Do you know what? There's only one word for that. Absolutely cracker.
Hi, how are you?
In Ireland, one of the greatest compliments you can give someone is to describe them as a character.
If you find any pearls, give them to me, okay?
Come on, Slowco! Come on, I'm coming! You couldn't run the leg to yourself!
Because as every writer knows, it's the characters you remember long after you've forgotten the story.
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club. Friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club.
Jerry Flynn Events presents the original Beat in the Heat on the Costa del Sol. Now in its 23rd year, the Costa del Dance takes place between the 1st and the 11th of April 2024 at the Hotel Amaragua, Torremolinos. Prices start from £680 sterling or €782 for a 7 or 10 night stay with dinner, bed and breakfast, featuring the best in country, Irish, ceilidh and set dancing. To book, phone 01254 445 050 or visit jerryflynnevents.com.
Hello and welcome to the show. The Irish in Britain is a wonderful organisation and they've been supporting our Irish community groups right around the country for many years. And we'll be telling you later in the show about their wonderful exhibition. Just before Christmas time, the Birmingham Irish Association launched their toy appeal. The idea behind this was to get as many toys as possible for children who may not get a present at Christmas. Of course, this was a huge success and the generosity of people is just outstanding. Of course, it's a huge organisational task in receiving the toys and distributing them right across Birmingham in time for Christmas.
We've had a visit from Santa this morning, but he couldn't stop, he's so busy. So we've got presents for everybody.
Terry, tell me what's happening here today.
Well, today, Martin, we're having our annual Christmas party for the Day Centre for those who live with dementia. As you can see, it's absolutely thriving here and they're having a fantastic time. Some of the school kids are coming in as well to some entertainment. We've got a couple of quizzes and a few other things.
You've had another busy year here, of course, and you've got lots of stuff going on all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. So my role as Activities and Wellbeing Coordinator keeps me very, very busy. I currently oversee around about 10 clubs and all the activities throughout the year. So we've got the Rambling Clubs, we've got the Computer Clubs, we've got Day Centre Luncheon Clubs, you name it, we do it.
Eddie, what a great turnout today from the Bishop Challoner School, and of course we saw a lot of your pupils there in the chain with all the toys.
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted to be here again this year, Martin. It's been fantastic. We have about 21 of our students representing the school today, and they've been collecting the toys since really the end of November from all the primary schools and the secondary schools involved in the initiative this year. And of course we had the minibuses, 2 minibuses full to the brim today, and the students then formed the human chain, a bit like the pennies ad of old that you used to see at home, and they were passing the toys along the chain back into the room here today. So it was a fantastic start to the programme today. I think the message is quite clear again. You know, there's families out there that are struggling to prioritise gifts under the tree at Christmas. You know, they have to think about the necessities, putting food on the table, keeping the house warm. So there's thousands and thousands of children across Birmingham who simply won't have a toy this Christmas. So our message is simple: we want to do something about that, and every one gift that comes in will help one child this Christmas.
It's sad really that you know, children have got to be relying on the good nature of other people, but I mean that's the world we live in.
It is. It's tough out there for lots and lots of families, and I think the Birmingham Irish Association do an awful lot for families, not just from the toy appeal, but welfare, the Dementia Centre, you know, applying for various grants to support living and the cost of living these days. It's very difficult on families, but again, the Birmingham Irish Association have done wonders in this city. It's fantastic what they do.
I'd be taking a word from the south and from my Galway girl. There you go.
I come with my mum twice a week to the different dementia groups that Birmingham Irish provide. So she has dementia, so she comes along as a client, but I stay and help volunteer to help out.
So tell me a little bit about your mum. How is she doing these days?
She's well in herself, and that's all we can ask for. She's happy. She loves coming out to the group. She loves the social aspect, and everyone here, they're brilliant with her. She was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2017 and dementia 2019, and she's been coming to these groups since 2020.
How much do you think the groups has helped her?
Oh, a lot. The only time she really gets out the house, she's made connections with everyone else who comes along, the staff, everyone else who comes along. She's very social, so she loves getting out and just meeting new people.
She seems to be very well known here. Lots of people was coming up and saying hello to her.
Yes, she's quite a character, so once she decides that she's friends with you, that's it. She'll come up and give you hugs and kisses. So she's very well loved here.
Will your mum be with you for Christmas?
Yeah, so we'll all be at home, yeah, nice little family Christmas.
Everybody!
Amy, tell me about your involvement here today.
I work for a company called TBRE. Over the last couple of weeks we've got together a little team to donate some money for hats, scarves and gloves for the community within the Dementia Parish. So far so good. We've raised enough to buy everybody hats, scarves and gloves for the winter, and whatever money we had left over we've donated for activities, so if they need to get any board games, any word searches. So we've donated quite a bit, so it's been good.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to be playing Santa today and hand them all out to everybody. This kind of charity hits home to a lot of people because a lot of people can relate to the dementia side of it. So we've got a small team and within a week we hit target, so it was really, really good effort from everyone. Merry Christmas. It's that extra support for the families as well, because not only does it affect the patient, it affects the families that have to deal with it as well, so it's all for a good cause.
Tomorrow morning I'll be here at 7 a.m. sharp, making sure that all the toys are sorted into piles so we can bag them up and take them out all over the city. It's actually my favourite part. I really, really love to be able to do that, and it really shows on the families when you turn up at their doorstep. The community's been absolutely fantastic. We've had so many, not just the schools, we've had the GAA clubs as well, which has been absolutely amazing. They've turned it with a truckload as well. And just individuals from the community coming in as well with 1, 2 or 3 toys just to make that difference. I can't even explain how it is. It's just amazing.
Mick, now of course a lot of the GAA clubs here has been involved as well.
They have
my own club, Sean McDermott's, Erin Cabra, St Brendan's, John Mitchell's. Another year of fantastic donation. It's just something that continues for the community, so they see it. You know, they see what it is, they're part of the community. They see there is a lot of children struggling this year, and one way or another, the GAA is contributing a toy to Birmingham Irish, which ultimately will go and put a great smile on the face of the children this Christmas. Again, the GAA community has one thing, they'll step up, they'll come together, but importantly, we can connect back to likes of Croke Park and say, look, as a community, as a club, a structure, or clubs in Warwickshire, we're doing exactly what our cousins, our uncles, our aunts are doing at local parishes in their own clubs. It's great to see.
And you've had a wonderful turnout here today for your Christmas lunch as well.
Oh yes, absolutely amazing. You see, I think there's around about 80 odd people here today, maybe even 90, which is absolutely brilliant. And you know, the fact that we've got Maurice Malone in the kitchen, we've got Trudy McGroarty, they're cooking all the food for all these amazing people. It's brilliant to see them in their roles and what they're doing.
Trudy, I must compliment you on the wonderful food here today. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh well, thank you, Martin. I'm a bit of a pro with it now. I seem to get thrown into it every year to do the Christmas parties and the food, so yes, thank you. I think it really does help that you've got a plan ahead of you, that you're not just cooking it, that you've got somebody doing serving, someone plating up, things like that. It does help. So yeah, everyone's been really good today. Staff have been brilliant. Gary Mack from Hennessy's Bar has kindly paid for all the food for our dementia services. So we had a big party yesterday at Maryvale and we cooked for 80 people. And we've cooked for over 80 today and Gary's paid for the lot. So we're really thankful to Gary for that. At hard times like this, we're also lucky to still be in a job, to be quite honest, because we're just funded from year to year. But our services are brilliant and what we provide in the community is great. And people still want us here, so yeah, it's a blessing. When we set it up, it was about the clients and their family getting a bit of a break and them coming in now to enjoy, to see what we do on a daily basis. We entertain our clients every single day of the week and make sure that they enjoy it, even though they're living with dementia.
So what about your team now? When are you going to get a rest?
Well, we're supposed to officially break up on the 23rd of December. We're hoping that's still going to be the case, but you never know. We still get emergencies. We have a 24-hour line over the Christmas if anyone's in need. Toys, food, anything like that, and we'll give them out. We'll go out.
And of course you're back then in January supplying the community again.
Yeah, back in on the 7th of January to do it all again next year. It's all good fun.
My God, I haven't played this for teenagers for a long time.
Little Jimmy's great. He's been around for years. You know yourself, Martin. He's played here at St Anne's and numerous venues. We wouldn't be without him. He's the best person for the job.
We travelled around to all schools yesterday. We dressed up as Santa, which was brought great cheer to the schools. But it was amazing. It was heartfelt and warming to be, 2 full minibuses to the brim of toys that support families this year. I'd like to thank the primary schools, if I could, Martin, who have absolutely gone out of their way. The families, the pupils, and the staff of all these schools. St Anne's, St Albans, St Edward's, St Dunstan's, St Catherine of Siena, St Martin de Porres, St Mary's, St Jude's, St John and Monica, and St Edward's School, along with Bishop Challoner Catholic College. We'd like to thank them from the bottom of our hearts. The amount of toys that came into this centre this morning could not have happened if it wasn't for the pupils, the staff and the families of those schools. It's a wonderful thing, I've said it before about the community back home in Ireland. What is it about? It is the local GA club, it's the parish church and it's the schools, and they all come together to form that community spirit. It's needed at Christmas. These families are desperate need of our help, and it's wonderful to see the Irish community supporting those families this Christmas.
Well, what a day it's been here with the Birmingham Irish Association, and well done, and a big thank you to everybody who has taken part to make it such a success. You have made so many children happy for Christmas time. We'll take a break and we'll see you in a few minutes.
To me, Irish people are the funniest in the world. They just are.
Oh, this looks amazing.
I just love any food that comes with its own home.
Everyone's a comedian.
Anything else?
Some greens.
What do you think I am? A juggler?
Stunning. Inspirational. Would you look at the brushstrokes on it?
I think the reason I see comedy in everything is because I was surrounded by it growing up.
That's good.
You wouldn't know we're 105.
You're 105.
Between us. Do you know what? There's only one word for that. Absolutely cracker.
Hi, how are you?
In Ireland, one of the greatest compliments you can give someone is to describe them as a character.
If you find any pearls, give them to me, okay?
Come on, Slowcoat. Come in, I'm coming. You couldn't run the length to yourself.
Because as every writer knows, it's the characters you remember long after you've forgotten the story.
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at Ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club.
Jerry Flynn Events presents the original Beat in the Heat on the Costa del Sol. Now in its 23rd year, the Costa del Dance takes place between the 1st and the 11th of April 2024 at the Hotel Amaragua, Torremolinos. Prices start from £680 sterling or €782 for a 7 or 10 night stay with dinner, bed and breakfast, featuring the best in country, Irish, ceilidh and set dancing. To book, phone 01254 445 050 or visit jerryflynnevents.com.
Welcome back. Now, the Irish in Britain is a wonderful organisation and they've been supporting our community groups from right around the country for many years. And this year they're celebrating their 50th anniversary. Now, to mark this wonderful occasion, they have created a great exhibition telling us the story about Irish people leaving Ireland and coming to England to make their homes here. They have already exhibited in London, Liverpool, Leeds and Birmingham. Roisin, 50 years of the Irish in Britain. What a wonderful organisation.
It is. The Irish in Britain is a fantastic organisation and this is its 50th anniversary, as you said, 1973, formerly the Federation of Irish Societies. And we've been absolutely thrilled to celebrate that anniversary to create this oral history archive of the Irish in Britain.
Yeah, and of course, whoever thought about it in the first place, what a wonderful idea it was, you know, to kind of support all the Irish communities back in the day that was coming over from Ireland.
And we've heard all of those stories. We've revisited them in the actual tour. We've heard about them in the oral histories and the resilience of the Irish leaving for whatever reason Ireland and coming over to make a new life in Britain. And obviously going to all corners, going to England, going to Scotland, going to Wales, going across and then finding their home away from home. There is Irish communities and those member organisations who are part of the Irish in Britain. There's 120 member organisations with Irish in Britain, and this has been particularly exciting to take it and to show it and to reach out to the members and to capture all the stories about the Irish in Britain so that these stories aren't lost.
I literally came over on a Sunday afternoon and started work on Monday morning. That was it. On the day I actually on the day I left, I think there was probably about 60 or 70 people out at Challoner to see me off. Nearly the whole neighbourhood and all the neighbours came out.
And how did that make you feel?
Emotional.
Some very, very sad stories. Some people left in all sorts of circumstances. And when you look back on them, of course, we can all relate to them in one way or another.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Martin. It's heartbreaking as it is joyous, the stories. And what I find, speaking to the people who've come to the exhibition, is that every single person is sharing their own story. Everyone's story is powerful. Everyone's story is important and different and complex. And there are so many reasons why people may have left. Some were coming for an adventure. Some felt they had to leave. Some felt they had no choice. And of course, we're celebrating the 50 years, so this oral history really will capture that from 1970 onwards, but naturally we'll be looking at, people are talking about the history before. Obviously the Irish have been moving for many, many, many years, and there's just so much to uncover.
You've been here in Birmingham this week, and of course you've had wonderful support here. I've met quite a few Irish people out there that said hello and coming in to read up about all the information that you've collated and all the, well, so much artefacts.
It feels like we're scratching the surface, really. I mean, we've had amazing people entrust their stories to us over the past few months. We've been putting this digital archive together, and 50 of those stories are representative in this touring exhibition. There are more in the online exhibition, but ultimately they're all going to be housed at the London Metropolitan University in the digital archive of the Irish in Britain, so that these stories aren't lost. We're capturing them, particularly our elders, and making sure we're getting their stories, this oral tradition being one of the oldest and associated with Irish people so much. So yes, we are capturing what we can, and it's been on a personal, a real privilege and an honour to hear these stories. I have my own story, you'll have your own story, everyone will have their own story, but each story is different, but each story is so important and powerful, and every story would belong in this exhibition.
Well, we always remember all the young Irish lads that were working for Wimpy and McAlpine and all the rest of them. Some of them could dance and some of them couldn't. We only would like the ones that could dance. And we didn't like the ones really that went to the pub much either. We were a bit choosy, really. And from that day on, we felt really at home in the Tara Show because it became like a family affair.
When we think about the Irish people coming to Britain, we think about the men building Britain, working on the building sites, and we also think about the girls going into nursing. But when you look at all the stories that's here today, that's just tip of the iceberg.
I mean, the Irish people are the backbone, really, aren't they? And this exhibition, as a lot of people have said to me visiting, it's getting a little bit of recognition. It's not necessarily going out and saying we need recognition for what the Irish did in the country. But it seems to be coming at the right time, and people are starting to share their stories, talk about their parents, their grandparents. I had a gentleman come in yesterday who could trace his heritage all the way back to Black 47 when his family left after the famine, up until younger people coming who've recently moved over. And we all have something in common. We've all left, or we've had family who've left. But there's still this huge link, this bond with Ireland. And what's so impressive about the Irish people who have come to Britain is that they've kept that alive. They're really passionate, and it's been really emotional, actually, and I really hope this is just the beginning of it, because it's been fantastic hearing these incredible stories.
I was on lodgings along with a lot of lads and Dad, of course, in Hull Street on Elzig. And I remember getting the bus from there to the centre station and walking down to the Tara Club. And it was in the arcade, of course. It was a long walk in, wasn't it? Yeah. You went up the stairs. And like Alice said, it was just like being at home again. You know, you met people, even though they weren't from your county or wherever you came, they were still Irish.
And what's really interesting, Martin, is that we've had a lot of visitors this week say that their children, so pre-teens or teenagers, they're really interested in learning about their Irish heritage. They want to study Irish studies. They want to learn more. And that is fantastic. And our archive is going to be a resource for broadcasters, for academics, for those interested in history, for researchers. And these stories will be there forever. They won't be lost. Obviously, the poignancy is we've had a number of people come in who have said, I really wish I'd spoken to my mum, or I'd kept my dad's story, or my grandparents. And sadly, those stories will have gone, but yet they will still have some of their oral history passed down from their earlier generations.
Weren't we, certainly you and I, we were so lucky to have met such a crowd of lovely people. People that we felt at home with, the people that we were safe with. It was so idyllic that you could hardly explain it. It was.
When I was a young boy at home in Ireland, we'd be always waiting for the postman to deliver the letter with some cash inside from our loved ones who was working overseas. And I see that you've got lots and lots of letters there that people brought in, and envelopes. How well do they look, 50 and 60 years old?
It's interesting, we were in Leeds last week, and there was a lady who said to me, it's about the not forgetting. It's about not forgetting, because life moves on and we're so busy and you almost forget you've done these things or had these experiences. Yeah. But yet when you have these letters and you stop and you think and you remember that you were that person writing that letter, you were that person receiving that letter, you were that person putting the money in, the £1 a week, sending it home to your family. And that's really beautiful, because you have something you can physically hold and see. And it just illustrates how much the Irish have done on this journey.
The bottom floor was where all the bands would play, like country and western and that. And then upstairs, in the other dance part, it was all like Cayley music, like the traditional Irish music, which we never went up there. We were always where the bands were. And I suppose, maybe, I could be wrong, but maybe downstairs there could be maybe 500 people, like out dancing. Horrendous. Yeah, and probably that many upstairs. If there was a really good band over from Ireland, like Big Tom or Joe Dolan or Philomena Begley or something like that, they would be queuing down the road.
We've been looking forward to it so much, curating this exhibition. The Irish in Britain team and the Heritage team with Susan Cahill and Rosa Gilbert. And we're so thrilled that it's out there now, because watching the people's faces as they walk around and listen, it just means the world, because you know how much it means to them, and it means so much to all of us. And I personally hope it's just the beginning of the Irish sharing more stories in this way. We just hope this snapshot of what we've done so far is just that. It'll sort of get people to remember, to think and to enjoy listening to these stories. If you haven't been able to come to the exhibition, we have got a fantastic online exhibition. Everything that's here physically is all the stories you can listen to, and there are other additional interviews online as well. And so hopefully your viewers will be able to log on to that, and for now be able to enjoy. Some person said to me, earlier visitor said, that'll do me over Christmas. Yeah. I'll sit down over Christmas when work stops, and I'll sit and I will go on to this archive and I will listen to all the stories with a cup of tea. And I thought, well, that's perfect, because you really want to listen and to learn and to be moved. And so we hope that your viewers will do that.
There is so much history and heritage in this wonderful exhibition, and if you get the chance of going along to see it, I know that you'll enjoy it. We'll be back next week. Take good care, and we'll see you at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK.